So today we're going to look at how we can utilise our local area dashboard to get information on new areas and also your current areas, and research potential areas you might want to invest in, or do some due diligence on an area for a deal you're currently looking at. So in order to build a dashboard, you first want to go to our local area data section. From here you have two options. You can either enter an outcode or you can draw your own custom area. Both lead roughly to the same conclusion. If you enter an outcode, we'll place that outcode shape on the map automatically for you, or by drawing your custom search area, you can just draw whatever you'd like on the map. But we'll go with searching by an outcode. So if we search for M1, Middle Manchester, we can see that the page loads and it draws a shape of the M1 outcode on the map. One of the key areas to notice here is the fuel gauge over to the left, and this kind of tells you how much data density is within your selection and how accurate we believe your results are going to be. Too small a data set, there won't be enough data to give an accurate representation on the area, but then again, too much data and the area will be too generalised and you won't be able to get accurate stats for the particular area that you're actually looking for. So our goal is always to be in the green section. However, you can also create dashboards for orange on either side, and even in the red sections. But again, that's something you just need to consider. The main reason for the low density is when you're looking at current asking prices. So we'll have a look at ways to circumvent that by using blended asking prices, which look into the past, not just live properties. But for now, we'll just go with trying to make sure that the data is in the green. So if this is the area you want, you can expand it and make it bigger, or you can also just clear it completely and draw your own custom area, like so. We can see this is just slightly out of the green. This would be still okay to go with, but you can also then expand it or make it smaller. So if we reset that to go back to M1 and press generate data, we'll then create a dashboard. And here we can see all the different tabs of dashboards. You've got asking prices, sold prices, rents, yields, historical stock, activity, HMO, planning. We have the current listings in the 3-month blend. So a 3-month blend increases the amount of data on offer. So that will include both properties that are currently live in the market, but also properties that have been on the market in the last 3 months and come off. So as we were discussing earlier, in areas where there's slightly less data, say you're in an orange or a red area, the current listings will have a few more of these where there's not enough data to create an accurate stat. So if you go to the 3-month tab, you'll get a bit more data and it will give you more accurate results. So here you can hover over properties and view them. You can do the same for the 3-month blend tab. You also have 3 different tabs on here and how you can view the data. So you can view it by a chart box plot like this, which shows you the averages and the range. You can also view it in map, like so, and you can just highlight over these properties to view them. And then you can also have a table view. So when the table loads, you can see here the address, the postcode, the agent, the type, and the price of the property, the current asking price. You can also click on this details section and it will open up the listing page for the property on the property market in Tilt, which can give you more information on that detailed property, including direct comparables, etc. You can also, if you look over to the left, you can also download this table by CSV by clicking the CSV button on the left, and you can also sort the table as well. Moving on to the sold prices tab, you can see the 5-year price growth history and table to go along with it, show you the differences in price. You can also look at the square foot distribution of the area. We can look at hovering over one of these properties, which will tell us the address, the sale price, the property type, the date it was sold, the size of the property, and also the price per square foot. Down here you can see the range, and you can also filter this by time period. So you can look at the last 6 months, you can last 12 months, 18 months, and all the way up to the last 24 months. Sales volume. So here you can see the transaction volume per month since 2017. You can also see the average prices each month as well. On the left hand side is a scale for the prices, and on the right is a scale for the number of transactions. The bar chart is for the transactions, and the line chart is prices. You can also change this to a yearly chart by the drop down, using this drop down, or you can also change it to price per square foot rather than price for your left hand chart as well. And again, the same as asking prices, you can view this data by charts, by map, or by table. And again, by table, you have the option to download this by CSV by clicking this button over here. And then for the rental tab, again, we have a similar format as our asking prices, where you can view each property by bedroom, and you can view the range, as well as the number of bedrooms and asking price and average asking rent in this case. And again, you can view this by current listings, a 3-month blend. 3-month blend gives you a lot more data, especially in the current period, which is the end of 2022, where the rental market's pretty hot, so there's a lot of turnover in the market. So you can dial in on better averages using this data. And again, you can also do the same, viewing by table data, and you can download it via CSV over here, and you can also view it by chart, by map, sorry. The yield tab gives you what we're currently seeing as a typical yield on property by bedroom type. And we do this by comparing what the current rental averages are and the current asking prices and sold prices. The next tab is the historicals tab. So this gives the historical and volume of sold prices by bedroom across the board. And that's split up by bedroom. And if you scroll down to the bottom, again, you can download this data by CSV, and you can also filter by bedrooms and sort by price. The second tab is rentals. So the rental tab, this will give you both the volume of rentals per month and also the price that those rentals were rented at. So you can see here, looking at the studio, you can see the average price of the rental and also the volume that was rented during that month for your selected area. And again, this is done for each bedroom. And again, you can filter down here in the same way as sales by bedroom, and then you can sort that data further, and you can also download this by CSV here. Then looking at stocks, you can look at the stock of the market. So what's currently on the market, you can see the number of studios, number 1 beds, number 2 beds, number 3 beds. As you can tell, central Manchester is very much a flatted area. So you can see the majority of properties on the market are actually flatted. And again, for rentals, you can see currently what's on the market. So you can see the majority of properties on the market are 2-bed flats. Second to 1 bed, then studios, 3 beds and 4 beds is the lowest. We can then look at activity in the market. So how the listings and listing withdrawals looking compared to confirmed transactions, and whether or not that's a seller's market, a buyer's market. We can see here that in Manchester it's a pretty balanced market. The amount of new listings coming on are equaling the amount of listings getting taken off. It's looking like an average of about 29 days for each property to sell, and you're looking at around 25 sales per month. And we can do the same for rentals. You can also hover over and see the number of bedrooms. So you can see in July the number of beds by type that were rented within that month. On average, it's taking 18 plus days to rent. You can see that 236 properties are currently for rent, and we're averaging 363 rentals per month, an extremely high turnover market. However, based on the amount of properties that are coming on the market and coming off, it's still again very balanced, a very unbalanced market. The second last tab is our HMO tab. So this tab gives an indication of to the HMO room rates that you'll receive by room type. So you can see here a double ensuite would go for around £680, a double bed with a shared bathroom £640, single with shared bath £500, single ensuite £748, and you can see can range that 80% of these properties are lying with, so between 536, 784, 580 and 876, 368, 648. The final tab is planning. So here you can look at some planning applications in the area. You can hover over these planning applications and then press view application, and that will take you to the council website with full details of the application. And you can also view this in table form. And again, download it by CSV. However, this time the CSV button is over on the right hand side. And that's a quick tour of how to use the local area research tool to get a full and detailed dashboard of any investment area in the UK.